player world, not a server, so that's why it paused. Let's see. Thank you for the follow. All right, we are back. It's been a while since I last streamed. But yeah, the last time I streamed, I did want to show off the goofy things that I was up to. Mainly being my enchanting, because I did get some good enchantments off stream. I didn't want to combine them into like mainly with these swords, and I didn't want to combine them into one good sword until I got on stream. Give me a second to go ahead and where did I put it? There we go. All right, chat's now up on screen again. For TikTok, and now it's up on stream again for YouTube and Twitch now. All right, back to what we were doing. All right, it's time to finish. First things first. Uh, it's time to make the super sword that I plan on making. But yeah, the main reason why we're here is because I managed to get a sharpness 4 looting 3 sword, and my last two swords I enchanted with sharpness 3. Now that might not seem like much, right? Sharpness 3 might not seem like much, but if y'all don't know, sharpness 3 and sharpness 3 make sharpness 4. Sharpness 4 and sharpness 4 make sharpness 5. So now I got a sharpness 5, looting 3, knockback 2, unbreaking 3 sword. And to top it all off, gotta add on that one oh so important enchantment that makes sure that this sword is never to die. Just like that, I've essentially created the perfect sword. So yeah, I got prot 4 helmet, prot 4 chestplate, prot 4 leggings, boots, and sword with silk touch and fortune 3. In other words, I'm basically invincible and I have super tools now. The only thing left would literally to make the perfect axe and shovel. And as if you're wondering why I got emeralds in my hotbar, when I left off last stream, I was in the middle of finding another zombie villager to add on to my village, and I managed to find and heal one. Yeah, y'all already know what that means. That means that now we can go ahead and start really trading. So I turned him into a farmer mostly because I wanted two things: crops and I wanted food. Am I playing any Rocket League? No, not right now. Actually, I haven't really taken much interest in Rocket League. This man came out in the full iron drip just to get mogged on. I'm walking around with prop 4 diamond armor. Doing basically nothing out here. And that one didn't even hit me technically. All that just to get robbed. I bet he heard about how I had busted armor but didn't know what kind, so he tried to pull up on his own. But yeah, this is two cured villagers now. One a farmer, so now I got like really excellent trades. So yeah, now I can get a ton of golden carrots, and that can be like my primary food source after trading. I also managed to get there's a mending villager. But yeah, one emerald and a book for mending, and I can of course books for emeralds as well, and the paper trade. So yeah, we're set, man. I have mending for days. I can literally make all the armor I want. But so yeah, that's really what I wanted to do on stream today. First I just wanted to make, the god sword. And pretty much I spent time brewing potions and all of that. Like at this point I do want to spend some more time on some like exploration. But really I'm not sure what else there is to find out here. I could make another map. Like that could be one of the things that we can go ahead and do. We can probably start making like a map of the overworld, since I already have like a nearly finished map here. Let me go ahead and add these arrows onto the pile. I did unfortunately eventually scrap that. I did break that one bow, that really good bow that I had, but I'll go ahead and just make another one. I do have a skeleton farm after all. I don't really have to worry about my bows. But this time I'm not gonna get infinity, even though infinity would be really good. Thank you very much. I'm honestly, I'm honestly really happy that I made it this far. Cause honestly, I've been taking my time with this. I'm just goofing around, really, getting all the dumb enchantments. All right, we got flame, unbreaking, and power 3. And I'll probably enchant something else, like a book or something. See what I can get. Yo, what's good? But yeah, welcome to the Minecraft stream. Right now, I just finished creating like, a really OP sword. Might not seem like much to y'all, but I basically managed to get this by enchanting like 3 diamond swords and then combining them into one. But yeah, with looting 3, that does mean I can get a lot more out of my farm, so I can essentially like get tons of food. But yeah, we finna never run out of food, bro. I made sure that I have multiple sources of food. I can literally eat whatever I want. I think that's all the cows in here. Yeah, that is. And the best part is that it's never gonna break because I keep getting experience. Yo, what's good? I'm just running up a bunch of food, really. And some leather. Luton 3 is putting in work. That's over a stack of beef and a ton of leather too. All right, now I can go ahead and put that there. Yep, I did get mending, and you already know what I did with all that mending. Check out the drip, baby. Protection 4, Unbreaking 3 on the helmet. Thorns, Protection 4, Unbreaking 3 on the chest plate. Protection 4, Unbreaking 3 on the leggings. Depth Strider, Protection, Unbreaking on the boots. Sharpness 5, Knockback 2, Luton 3, Unbreaking 3. Just made this sword at the very beginning of the stream, by the way. And both my pickaxes, Silk Touch and Fortune 3. With Efficiency 4 and Unbreaking. I put mending on all of it. I just want to improve this fishing rod and then put mending on that. And then the Infinity Bro did eventually break while I was fighting some monsters looking for another zombie villager. But I'm not too worried about that since with an EXP farm and villaging trades as well as my farms, I'm pretty much doing fine as far as experience goes. I don't really have to worry about enchanting another bow. But yeah, I did manage to find another zombie villager. I turned him into a farmer, so now I'm making easy money from all my crops. I'm talking like incredibly easy. Like I just need to show you the trades. But yeah, this is our second villager, our farmer. But yeah, he's giving me incredible trade, and this is the trade that I wanted the most because golden carrots are, I'm pretty sure they're the best food source in the game. But yeah, being able to get 3 for 1 emerald, and also 1 book and 1 emerald for a mending book. That's self-explanatory. That's the reason why I have so many mending books, as well as the excellent paper trade. When you have 2 sugarcane farms, you can sell all the paper you want. Yeah, so now I can just buy them for tons of emeralds. I already have over a stack from trading with the farmer. So basically what I do is that I sit inside my EXP farm, grind experience, I come back up, uh harvest the crops from my farm, sell them to the villager, get a bunch of emeralds, buy mending books, but also buy golden carrots, and now I can essentially just live off of that, really. And it's funny too, because my best-selling crops are carrots. So essentially, I'm basically turning carrots and emeralds into gold. Yeah, I installed. Damn, a whole gold card. That sounds fast. You finna cook everyone on the track, huh? My favorite Minecraft block. That's a good question. Ooh. If I had to decide my favorite Minecraft block, I'd say like dark oak and spruce planks. Mostly because they go really good together on builds. Like if you want to build a really good cabin or you just need nice flooring for your cabin, you could like mix like a bit of oak and a bit of spruce and dark oak, and you can get like some really nice patterning on the floor. Like I've done a couple of builds like that. Like I honestly use, there's a dark oak forest not too far from my house, so I went there, picked up some of it, and I've honestly used it for like these patterns on the floor. Like I just really like using these because it looks really nice. Looks like chocolate, honestly. Honestly, with its light color, I usually use birch for fences. because it kind of looks like those fences that you see out in like the countryside, you know? Those are the only reason why I use those. My favorite build in this world so far, definitely my enchanting table setup. Like I've already posted a video on it, but I really think that adding the firefly bushes was was really what solidified it for me. Because at nighttime, this whole place just comes to life with like the fireflies floating around. And with the glowberries and the lanterns, it just creates a magical vibe. Exactly. But yeah, you can see that I use a like I tend to use like spruce wood stairs because they blend in with the oak. So you can essentially create like this bit of variety and patchiness that adds just like a bit of texture to your builds. So it just goes really good with oak logs, honestly. So if you have access to all three, you can really make like an all wooden build look really good. And it looks good with both deep slate and cobblestone too. So that's why I tend to use it on everything. Honestly, the whole idea of my build style is to really just come up with something in my head and see if I can pull it off. I'm honestly surprised that I got the arcs really symmetrical on that. And as for like the design of like the wooden beams and stuff, I sort of just took the mine shaft design and just sort of made it into my own, really. But as for the yo, what's good? Thank you for the follow. Doing pretty well, honestly. I just finished enchanting, so now we got a full prop 4 mending gear, and I just finished making the god sword. Honestly, sharpness 5, knockback 2, looting 3. The only thing this thing is missing is fire aspect, and I don't even think that's really necessary. This thing is already overkill, except for the ender dragon. I'm definitely bringing it to the fight. My plan for today: abuse the heck out of Fortune 3. Abuse the heck out of Fortune 3. Do some villager trading. But yeah, last stream we came back with quite the haul, honestly. Like I found a whole new cave system connected to the cave system under my house. And we went and explored that, found a mine shaft. There I didn't explore it completely because I ran out of torches. But yeah, there's so much underground that I have not explored. But yeah, I needed to just go ahead and make some more torches, and then we're going straight back underground. Oh, and before I go underground, I also need to take advantage of the silk touch as well, because the one of the reasons why I eventually had to go back up is because I was running out of inventory space. Because Fortune 3 was filling up my inventory full of like iron ore and diamonds and lapis, and it was literally a case of my steak is too juicy and my lobster is too buttery. I have too much loot. I'm too rich. I'm running out of room to keep all of this. I'm running out of room to keep all this iron, bro. All this lapis, all this gold. I'm running out of room for it. It really was. So yeah, the plan is that when I go underground, I'm gonna use Silk Touch to pick up the ores. That way, it's not filling my inventory space. And then when I bring it back above ground, that's when I use Fortune 3 on it to really like maximize. But yeah, I'm pretty much set. Like the only thing really left is to cook some of this food. I'm gonna start going ahead and making some smokers as well. I'm pretty sure. Wait, what was the recipe? You just surround it by with logs, right? My farms right now, my farms are are really just like the cow farm, which I just finished. I used the looting 3 sword on it. And then I have my chicken farm, which I also need to like breed the chickens and then use looting 3 on for more food. I'm gonna need to do like a whole base tour. Or I should make a video on that and just put it up on TikTok. That seems like a good idea. A proper area, I do not remember how to make a smoker. Was it shaped logs? I do not remember. I don't really have a proper area or really have a need to like find one. I sort of just turned this area into like the area where I'm gonna keep my farms, because this is originally where my base was consolidated towards. Just this little pit in the ground. I found like an exposed zombie spawner, and that became like my first EXP farm. Because I just covered, like it was exposed, so I just covered it up, turned it into a little farm, and that's how I ended up with like carrots, potatoes, just from farming these guys. Like you can see like what's left of me farming there for a short time. And that was before I made a second discovery. And that's all before I made a second discovery of another EXP farm on this area that I sort of fenced off, which was a skeleton farm. And because of this, I have now an infinite access to bows and arrows, and bones. And as a result, I've been able to grow my farms pretty large. Like I've literally been trading with a farmer for emeralds, because like there's nothing that really stop how many crops I can get. The only real limit is like how much room I have on my land. So yeah, now I've got everything I need. Yeah, no, I don't know what to do with some of the room, I'm not gonna lie. I do not remember how to craft a smoker. Was it planks? I do not remember. I should probably just check the crafting recipe and stop being stubborn at this point. That's a blast furnace. Uh, now I remember. A smoker. It cooks food faster. Because I already have a blast furnace and regular furnaces. I might as well just make a smoker. I mean, I have Fortune 3, so I have as much coal as I can possibly get out of any given coal ore, so might as well just make a smoker and just make use of it. Normally I do use campfires, but I have so many resources that I can afford to, at this point, just make smokers and just use them. There's no real reason. Actually, I can probably take some more out. There's no reason to be stingy with it. Alright, now I can use the rest to make torches. Uh, just go underground. Take advantage of both Silk Touch and Fortune 3. I found an entire new cave system underneath my base that I have not fully explored. There were so many areas that I did not light up, mostly because I was running out of torches and room in my inventory. Mostly because Fortune 3 was filling my inventory full of, well, too much loot. Like you can tell that I just have way too much iron. I got way too much lapis. Not enough diamonds though. But Fortune 3 is gonna fix that. I've also just been buying mending books as well. And I also found an amethyst geode while I was there, so yeah, I have a ton of amethyst now. So yeah, as soon as this food is done cooking. But yeah, thanks to that and all my potion brewing. I also was barding with piglins and got a happy ghast. Because for some reason they just you can buy a dried ghast off of them somehow. I'm not sure how good it looks in the rain, honestly. This is the first time I've checked it in a while. All right, but yeah, this is the part that really hits for real. Seeing like the fireflies sort of just floating around. This gives the place a really nice aura. And the best part is that like because the glow fairies reflect off the water. It was good. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, my favorite biome in Minecraft. That's a good question. I can't really say I have a favorite. If I had to pick my favorite biome, it's probably gonna be that's really difficult. It's between like the forest and the plains, mostly because they seem like the most familiar biomes to me. They're usually next to each other and they're easiest to start in. Because while I do like the desert temples and all of that, the fact that husks can spawn in the daytime do create like some complications, especially in like the early game. But when it comes to like early game, this is like the best place, be it if I'm playing alone or if I'm playing with friends, because like it's easy to just get wood, easy to like build shelter because you have like all the blocks you could possibly need. I'm honestly really enjoying this shader pack. It looks really nice without really changing the look too much. Well, here's the thing though. Sitting inside of an EXP farm is kind of boring. I don't really have any mods. Like the main sort of mod is the shader engine, and that's Iris and Sodium. That lets me run the complementary shader pack. So yeah, I can go ahead and press escape, options, video settings. But yeah, this is Sodium and Iris, and this lets me run like shader packs and just the performance. Complementary reimagined. I'm running the latest version, which is 5.8.1. It should work on the latest version of Minecraft as well. It gives you like slightly more control over the graphics settings and everything. Okay, all this stick is done. But yeah, as for context of why I have so much fish, sitting in an EXP farm doing nothing is boring. It is really, really boring. Like it is so boring to sit inside of an EXP farm and waiting for it to fill up with monsters and stuff that in my second EXP farm, I just straight up installed a fishing pond. Like I didn't show it before, but the reason why I have so much fish is because when I was getting the levels to enchant my armor and tools, I just sit up like right over here and I just fish. I cook the fish over here. That's why I have so much fish. That's the whole reason. Eventually, Like when I went to enchant my fishing rod, I got like luck of the sea and lure and all that, and that just made it easier to get more fish. And it's like I just have all this fish in my chest. I gotta make use of it. So yeah, as I said, I got access to pretty much every single food source in the game, except for like certain ones, I guess, like forest fruit, since I haven't gone to the end yet. But other than that, I can eat pretty much whatever I want. Like I even have a cake in that house up there. But yeah, we about to go on a mining trip. Actually, all the steak is probably ready right now. There's only like 4 left cooking. We go ahead and down here and grab some. Yep. All right, that's all we need. Let me put the boat away. I was using it to capture zombie villagers so that I could cure them and then make easy money. Lodestone compass to lead me back home. Take a bow, just a regular bow. And I'll grab like a stack of arrows. What else should I get? The wheat away. I'm not really farming my cows right now, even though that would be very handy right now. Oh yeah, I should probably fill my water bucket before I go. And then I'll grab some 1 stack of cobblestone so that I can essentially build my way out of any tricky spots. And with that, we going down. Without a further ado, let me show y'all the mining spot. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, it's time to drop into the mine. But honestly, this place is massive. It's not perfectly lit up, but as you can see, mobs can still spawn over here. But I'm not too worried about that. There is a lot of copper here, but I'll come back for that some other time. I'm mostly looking for any useful ores really. Try to take a turn this way. Yeah, now I remember where I am. Okay. But yeah, I've been down almost everywhere in this cave. I went down like all the way. This is where I came to like get obsidian from for the nether portal on my enchanting table. This was all a lava pool. It's completely gone now. I just filled it with water, turned it all up to obsidian, and mined it all. And coming over here, right? Basically, when I was first investigating this cave, right, there's like this tunnel that I ignored. Like I think it was this one right here. I basically ignored it and kept on going and found like another huge cave system. And then I went back into this tunnel and lo and behold, there's a completely different cave system here that I have not explored at all. Knockback sent him flying. Got him looking absolutely goofy out here. Bro's airborne. But yeah, this just leads into a small little cave, which is I think the reason why I ignored it at first, right? I just assumed it would be like just a little cave, not much. But then I like look over here, right? Because I didn't look this way, and I ended up seeing this mine shaft. and seeing that it was like exposed to the surface as well. So yeah, after looking through here, I was like, holy crap, there's a not only is this a mine shaft, right? But there's a whole nother cave system. I don't even remember how I got into it. Yo, it's good. Okay, this is the silk touch at pickaxe. Alright, we didn't. Oh yeah, this cave system, I have I had no idea it was here until recently. So I'm just now coming back to really pick up whatever I didn't have time to. Oh, the ops are here already. Such adoring fans. Absolutely excited to meet me. Alright, let's get to some flat ground to deal with these bozos. Come on, gentlemen, this way. Oh, that looks like a deep pit. Oh, I won't fight over there. Creeper dead. I'll be taking the iron ingot. You missed. Alright. String. I don't need the flesh. I get enough rotten flesh for my zombie farm. I don't need just any random rotten flesh that I find flying around. Alright, we'll even silk touch the coal, because I already know coal's gonna drop. These coal ores drop a lot. We cannot afford to let our inventory fill up this time. This time we coming home with what looks like a regular haul, but it's gonna be absolutely all profits. Like I'm talking like it's gonna be crazy. Pretty sure the deep slate iron ore is considered separate. And it's all gonna end up being the same profits at the end of the day. That is a bit of a drop, but I'm not sure where it goes. And I don't have feather falling, so I'm not willing to figure that out. Also, some easy pot shots on that creeper. Not even a chance, pal. Even if he did blow up, he's not doing much. Oh, that. Alright, we all set. We got iron for days. I already have so much iron at home. I'm just collecting this stuff is just a formality at this point. Or is it? Really, iron's just useful the whole game. It's a bit of a waste to just ignore it, you know? Rather, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, you know? Okay. Hey, look at how expansive this cave system is. Like, I did not know any of this was here. I'm taking all of this. Today's successes are going to be tomorrow's groundbreaking inventions. Yo, it's good. Well, thank you for the follows. I'm doing pretty good considering I just found a trial chamber. I didn't even know this cave system underneath my house is just bringing me a new surprise every single time I look into it. This is even that far from the spawn point, bro. I've been playing here for like weeks and weeks. I just found this brand new cave system. You know, like those memes where it's like, oh, we find a new cave system, right? And it's got like all this random stuff that you did not know was there. It's true, bro. Like a whole trial chamber that I had no idea about. Yeah, I saw the diamonds. I just wanted to light up the cave first. I know I'm wearing prop 4 diamond armor, but I still don't like when creepers walk up behind me thinking they slick. Alright, spot safe. Pick up the ore. Is cereal a soup? That's a good question. Would you consider milk a broth if it's been mixed with, well, whatever the hell is in cereal? Of course, I placed my torch on the one gravel block that could fall. Because, like, if you want to say cereal is a soup, you have to say milk is a broth. You'd essentially have to say, like, uh, you essentially have to call yourself, like, I guess a soup chef? Can fish see water? It's technically like asking if you can see air. Like, I think their eyes are would be so adapted to living in the water. Since they can't see out of water, I mean, most species of fish can't. There are certain exceptions. That, yeah, they can't see water. I mean, it's kind of like asking if you can see air. Can you? Are you really seeing air? I mean, in certain contexts, yeah, like the color of the sky really is it's mostly like the air bending the light a certain way, so now the sky looks different, like the atmosphere looks different, so yeah, I guess fish can see water because we do technically see air. That's really interesting actually. I did not think I could get into those semantics. You know, that reminds me of like that one question. If it's like if if Pinocchio says this statement is a lie and his nose grows, is he telling the truth or is he lying? Because if he was lying, he'd be telling the truth. See, that's the exact type of thing I'm talking about. I don't like to just go for diamonds when I haven't finished lighting up an area, because these monsters do not be a fan of personal space. I love knockback. You just deny creepers. You can literally just tell creepers no. Single player. I'm running around with Silk Touch, just picking up ores, and I'm gonna use Fortune 3. We guessed what they look like. We're not even sure if the what dinosaurs look like are like completely correct. Not the diamonds, man. Back up. It's kind of like how we don't know what aliens look like. We just imagine what they look like. So in other words, we just let our imaginations do its thing. Also, it's also believed that dragons, like the concept of dragons and why they exist in so many different cultures, is because we found dinosaur fossils and didn't know like what creature could have possibly made these had these gigantic jaws. Like what creature? And then we probably found like pterodactyl fossils with wings. We were like, oh yeah, these have to be like giant winged beasts, bro. They have to be like ultra dangerous. And based on the fact that they'd probably be like found in areas where they'd be mining and digging for metals and gold, right? That's where like the idea that dragons guard treasure came from. The gold and stuff they were mining for is essentially was like that dead dragon's treasure, and you were stealing it. It only makes the unexpected to the unprepared. You are prepared, therefore to you it is not unexpected. It's a question of perception, really. You are the one who's expecting the unexpected, therefore it is expected for you specifically, since you're the one prepared for the unexpected. However, for someone who is unprepared, who could be standing right next to you and doesn't know that you're prepared for the unexpected, they don't know what the unexpected is. Therefore, the unexpected is only expected by the person who expects it. It's a matter of perception, really. That's because I'm a creative person. Creative people can always become philosophers if they know what they're doing. Kind of like asking, is water wet? Yeah, I can play Minecraft Bedrock. I mean, in school, I was the quiet sort. Not cause, not just cause I was thinking about going home and playing Minecraft after school, but also cause I was just thinking in my head about like questions like, are 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 horns like are like trumpets and French horns and brass instruments called horns because people used to blow into animal horns before we made them out of metal? Is that why they were called horns? Like I'd ask myself these interesting questions and wonder about them. Like legit, think about that for a second though. Wouldn't Doesn't that make sense though? We used to make horns out of animal horns before we made them out of metal, but the name stayed the same. That's why they're still called horns. Just hollow out like a goat or a bison or a bull's horn. But I mean it's technically a different thing, right? But it's still the same thing and it maintains the same purpose to make noise. Now the purpose for making that noise has changed, but the overall function of the item has stayed the same along with its name. Kind of like how the word Google has become synonymous with like looking something up rather than just saying looking something up because it's just one easy word to say. It's because it's become the most reliable search engine. Even if you're saying if using DuckDuckGo, you'd still say you're Googling something. Or like it doesn't matter if it's Object, DuckDuckGo, or I don't know, for some odd reason you decided that one day you're gonna use Bing. You decided that you want to be different from everyone else and use Bing. You're still gonna say you're Googling something because it's become that synonymous with searching something up. I think one of the most interesting. Hmm? Cave mining is more entertaining on stream though. Like sure I could go strip mining, right? But would you guys really just want to see me doing I mean, yeah, that would be funny. That would be actually a good idea. I gotta stop the torch. Nope. All right. No! Don't explode on that. That's mine. Okay, getting the whole gang to jump me is a bit unnecessary, isn't it? 3-on-1 ain't fair. This is really the op block for real. You can jump on my head thinking you're gonna get a critical hit, but I have prot 4 on. Yep, there's diamonds right here, and there's diamonds over there. I'll be taking that and that. And of course, I'll be heading down here to take that. I'm absolutely gonna take advantage of this. But yeah, the reason why I don't go strip mining is because it's boring. Like as I know that like if you're on a hardcore world, right, or something like that, and you need to take as few risks as possible, it's completely understandable to go strip mining. But if you're playing for like fun and or for the tomfoolery, right? There's no, I don't really I don't really see the fun in strip mining because you just see me break like the 2 blocks in front of me over and over, and I also feel like that's not super engaging for people to watch. Like this is what's much more engaging. Just me taking out monsters, running around, spotting diamonds, and hitting things off of the ledges with knockback. Like that's fun to watch. Like you're certainly enjoying this, aren't you? You're watching me rage bait skeletons, creepers, whatever else I can find in these caves. Okay, that's most of the cave done. Just like this little area here, and even then, that's just a. Oh, that's a chasm. That is a chasm and a half. All right, I used up all my torches. I did manage to get a good amount of diamonds and stuff, though. I didn't bring any wood. I'm gonna have to go into the mine shaft and grab some planks. Really, strip mining is never an would never be an issue at this point in the game because at this point you have like what you have like I have like mending and stuff. Like my pickaxe is breaking and I can absolutely tear through as much deep slate as I want. This is just way more entertaining. it's sort of like why people might find like it's sort of like why people might hate things like, I don't know, camping or zoning in video games. Like it's sort of like just boring to watch, boring to fight. You're just sitting there watching your opponent like spam the same buttons over and over again, and that basically like just sort of ruins the experience, because the whole point of a video game is that it's supposed to be an interactive. It's supposed to be interactive. So if you're reducing the interaction, it just becomes, well, watching a cutscene that where nothing happens. Thank you for the follow. Ah, yes, I see you've discovered the fact that my chestplate now has Thorns 2 installed. That should teach you the next time you try and go for a shot at my ribs. Man, these guys just trying to inflict some pain. Alright, I got some sticks now. I just need to turn some of this coal ore into coal. With a fortune 3. Oh, I don't have the inventory space to pick it up. Actually, let's just turn all of it. Perfect. Alright, that should extend our stay down here. The one problem with this shader is that it is kind of broken, because the sun can shine through the caves and light everything up. This can make it easy to see like things like ores on the ceiling, or it can just straight up blind you. In some areas, it does look really cool. In other areas, it sort of breaks the immersion that I'm supposed to be in like this dark, dangerous cave. The reason the reason why is because I'm sort of struggling with the problem of uh let's say it's a case of my steak is too juicy and my lobster is too buttery. My inventory is the reason why is because I just don't have the inventory space. But I'm so busy that I'm forgetting to eat, bro. But yeah, the whole reason why I'm using Silk Touch to pick everything up is because I don't have the inventory space. If I mine a iron with Fortune 3, it's gonna fill my inventory very quickly. And it's gonna create a situation of my steak is too juicy, my lobster's too buttery, my inventory is literally too full of loot to carry anything else. So I have to Silk Touch everything. Oh, are you shooting at me? You missed both times. I'd say you should have aimed for the head, but that's not gonna help. I have prot 4 there too. Get rid of the gunpowder, get rid of the string. Alright. And because like I found 2 EXP spawners really close to my base, it took me a couple hours of EXP grinding. So much so that the reason why I have like like early in the stream, I explained the reason why I was eating fish is because like I was bored of just sitting in my EXP farm with like, just waiting for it to fill up with monsters. So I just started like I like made a fishing spawn down there. Is that a bot, bro? After blowing up my chat like that, but I'm not really doing any music requests right now. I just have a playlist downloaded on like I just have like songs from my favorite video games just downloaded onto my computer. Well, there goes my shield. Good thing I got mending armor, so I don't really care about taking any hits. But yeah, Amethyst Geode, another one. I found a second one. Look at that. Absolutely lovely. I'm definitely grabbing these. Hold on. Don't need the calcite. I'm definitely grabbing this, and I'm gonna grab the. I already did grab like a couple clusters and sort of install them around my base before, but damn, I don't really have any more inventory room for it though. Throw out a couple arrows. Calcite. I just like installing these around my base. Really, just continue installing them around like random builds and around my base, cause I just think they look nice. They just look really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be heading back up as soon as I run out of torches. It's gonna take me a little while to really go through this entire cave. I'm not gonna do it all in one run though. I would consider doing it off stream, but that's gonna give me more to do. I didn't lose a piece of gold, did I? My biblical levels of greed cannot let me lose gold to lava. Alright, it looks like this is the end of the cave system. The only other direction it really goes is down, and the only way through there is gonna be through like really deep pits. Kind of like the one I looked down earlier. There is way more to this cave system. Yeah, I already explored that mine shaft above. Look at that hanging above us right now. Yeah, I already looked through most of that. But yeah, you can see through like these little pits down here. Like there's way more to this cave. I just haven't gone through it all. It's gonna take me forever. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish up lighting up some of these last little dark spots to reduce the monster spawns down here. Gonna set up some sort of landmark to mark the amethyst geode. That way I can find it easier next time. I'll probably notice that I put more torches there. But yeah, we gotta come back up to the surface, honestly. Cooked fish is not the best food source in the game, but it was one of my most abundant when I was sitting in my EXP farms just fishing. The only reason why I even found this massive case is because I found the mine shaft first. This is how I got into the cave. Right? Yeah, the fun part about these caves is that if I can remember like where they are on the map, right, or just their general position, I can probably end up finding my way like down here. It can act as like a secret way into my base. I'm currently planning my next attack. As soon as I plan that next attack, I'm gonna post a whole video on it. Editing it is just taking a little while. I'm putting a bit more. I'm putting a lot of thought and detail into this one. In fact, I'm putting a lot of thought and detail into all of the next ones. It's very much a quality over quantity situation. Like, sure, I do want to get to everyone on art fight, but I also just want to make sure that each piece that I make is really, really nice. You know, make it feel personalized. I want to put a lot of thought into it. Oop. That was a bad shot. Well, yeah, we are absolutely. I'm absolutely cooking on art fight right now. It's. I've also had two attack. I have also had an attack done against me. I should probably do a video on that too. This one is Desert Hill Zone from Sonic Lost World. You already know that Sonic soundtracks slap, so just having a couple of them in my soundtracks gonna absolutely work. I went past the. I haven't watched the Backrooms movie yet. I need to take the time to watch it. From what I've heard, anyone who's really disappointed with the movie was expecting like a bunch of the memes to show up. But I'm just interested in like the general premise, like the general idea being turned into a good horror movie, you know? The idea that you just find yourself here all of a sudden. You have no idea how you got there. You're just thrown into this situation where you have to survive these mysterious yellow rooms. I want to go see it too. When I do go see it, I'll probably talk about it, but probably won't try and drop any spoilers just in case there's other people like me in the chat. All right, now the moment we've been waiting for, the part where I am gonna take Fortune 3 and I'm gonna absolutely blow your mind with how much loot I got. Before I do that, let me put this amethyst away somewhere safe. Onto the pile. I'm assuming for like they think it's a scary movie or a horror movie, or it's sort of something like that. All right, and with Fortune 3, let's see, turns 8 diamond ores into, actually it's like 9 diamond ores into 16 diamonds. So now I have over a stack of diamonds just lying around. I'm gonna save the iron for last. What should I get to next? The gold. It's like 38. Yeah, 38 blocks of gold, so almost 40. All right, let's see what we're gonna get from good old Fortune 3. My pockets are gonna be bursting at the seams after all this gold, bro. I might actually go into the nether and do some piglin bartering, or just make some golden apples. That's usually a good way to use up my gold. Oh, all right, it turns almost 40 blocks of gold ore into over a stack, bro. That is the power of Fortune 3. That's the, like, this would not have fit in my inventory at the time where I was picking them up, bro. I'm gonna put the ore down. I'm gonna smelt it later. Coal is already one of those blocks the high drops, and it has to be because you need quite a bit of it in the early game. So it's gonna be one of those where I just expect to absolutely get a lot out of it. Wait, this was like a what? A 4x3 and two of them. So yeah, that's 24 coal ores. Turned into over a stack of coal. So yeah, that's what I mean by I have the coal to expend. I literally have way too much. All right, we guys gonna go ahead and do the diamond ore. 28, not diamond ore. We already did the diamond ore. We're gonna do the iron ore now. I think I'm gonna play a horror mod for like I guess for a follower goal. Like if we get to, I don't know, 500 followers. All right, that's raw iron for you. Let me go ahead and you are absolutely going to cook the amount of iron we got right now. Like I don't even have iron armor. I'm using all this to like make anvils and stuff and hoppers. I'm still counting. That's the thing. Cause I only got like what it was like 30 30 deep slate ores and like 10 regular ores of iron, right? Like 10, 15 of them. Yeah. So that's why I said I didn't want to why I said I was going to use Silk Touch and I wasn't going to use Fortune 3 until I got back. This would have filled my inventory. All this iron would have filled my inventory. I would not have had enough room for diamonds or lapis or anything else. Like this like iron and lapis would have been the main two things that I would have had to worry about. All right, this is like a yeah, it's a 9 by 2 and that's times 6. So yeah, we're talking about like and that's a -1. Yeah, no, the main two methods for saving inventory space is turning stuff into blocks, which like this definitely helps save on chest plate, just turning everything into blocks. But that doesn't really I find that that doesn't really help too much. It means I have to stop what I'm doing and have to turn it into blocks where just by bringing a silk touch pickaxe, I just save space right there and then. Oh, I gotta give you the full tour. I have played with other players in the past. I gotta still get back in the habit of that. All right, let me go ahead and introduce you to the base. You're getting the special night view. All right, so when you first pull up, the first thing you'll notice is this floating island, which is naturally generated. I just like added some dirt and stone to make it a bit bigger so that I could put a house on top of it. That's where my bed is, and that's where this lodestone leads to. So yeah, it's always gonna point at this house. Yo, it's good. Anyway, that's my sugarcane farm. There's my second one because I have a mending villager who takes paper and I can get emeralds for that. And then down here's the main storage of my base. Yeah, it really enhances it. One of the reasons why I moved in here is because this was an exposed zombie spawner, and I just went ahead and turned that into an EXP farm. So this is my first EXP farm, and it's how I got carrots and potatoes. I'll try that mod out sometime. But yeah, this is the storage area. This is this is the storage area. I have it separated as like valuables and ores. harvestables, you know, stuff like eggs, crops, plants. That is, yeah, I found a different geode and I forgot where it was, but I did like bring back some of the clusters and added them. But yeah, but yeah, I have it separated like this because it's easy to remember where I put everything. So it's just crops, valuables, blocks. That's basically how I have my storage set up. Down here is my soul sand farm, not soul sand, my nether wart farm, and then my nether portal just behind it. Sort of created the vibe that the ruined nether portal has, where it's like leaking into the overworld, sort of like seeping in. I even like made like a little transition where it goes from like torches and lanterns to soul torches and soul lanterns. Yeah, I went to the nether and everything. You can see it. My YouTube channel right now is the Space Emerald Gamer. The same username as my TikTok. I'm also on Twitch too. But yeah, if you ever need to see VODs for the last few streams, they're all on my YouTube. Just go to the live section and you can see the last few VODs. They go up until recently. I don't have VODs for like where I began the world. I'm thinking about uploading a video for how I sort of just started the world. Yeah, I definitely want to put the blocks somewhere. But yeah, was it almost already morning? Oh, it's not morning yet. I have one more build to show you. Thank you, thank you. Yo, it's good. But yeah, these are my farms. Oh yeah, the happy ghast. I was bartering with some piglins, and then like off stream, I was just bartering with some piglins, and I managed to get like 2 happy ghasts, so I hydrated one. Yep. I just got one. I just got like 2 of them while piglin bartering. I just threw gold at some piglins. But yeah, they gave you the ability to raise a ghast. Oh yeah, this armor. All this armor is armor that I used in the past. I actually haven't gone to the end yet. I don't. This is also in the Sonic Lost Worlds. Yeah. I don't have an elytra, but what I do, hold on. Come here. Come here, you big goof. Stop flying away from me. Come here. What I do is that I fly up on my happy gas to get all the really good views. But yeah, what I've been doing lately is that I've been taking pictures from up here, not using a Elytra, but just the happy gas. So we just come up here, hit F1, and boom, just like that. You get a good view of my whole place. I actually don't have a name for him yet. I'm about to call him Yonder because he's wandering away. Get down here. But yeah, I made a post recently asking what I should name him, and people are coming up with a bunch of cover names. Finally. Uh, they're set to wander within 32 blocks, which is about like 4 chunks. Or you do not have a permit to aura farm there, sir. Anyway, they're set to wander in about like a 4 chunk radius. But yeah, that's the base tour. We got the underground area. He's not allowed in here. Hey, trespasser, get back here. He went down a lot easier than I thought he would. He dropped 3 ender pearls. I love looting. Let me go ahead and put that away. They keep stealing from my house. They're stealing pieces of my lawn. That's why I don't have grass here. They keep stealing pieces of my lawn. But yeah, this is my skeleton farm. I found a second EXP spawner and then turned it into a skeleton farm. So now I have an infinite supply of bows and arrows. I'm never gonna run out of bones either. So yeah, that's why my farms are kind of huge. I can literally make as big a farm as I want. So yeah, that's my skeleton EXP farm. And then the cave systems pretty much just come out here. they're fascinated by the concept of grass. They live in the end where there is no grass. Their land is barren. I can make them as big as I want. I just decided that I was just gonna limit them to about that size because I don't need that much to really feed myself. Not to mention, most of the time I'd be sitting down there fishing anyway. But yeah, the next thing that I'm gonna show you guys is the village that I built. See that village right there? Do you think that's a naturally spawning village, or do you think that it's a fake village that I built myself? Because from a distance it looks convincing, but when you get closer, you'll realize that nope, it's not a real village. I built it myself. There's only two villagers here right now. Both are cured zombie villagers. That's why they give me excellent deals, and that's why I am incredibly OP right now. And as you can see, it's a gated community that keeps out all the threats. I actually like chocolate. I think naming it Coco would be the cutest thing ever. But yeah, a lot of people were like suggesting names. I made a post recently about what I should name the Happy Ghast, and people were popping up with like names in the replies. I got names like Marshmallow, Blimpy, stuff like that. Goofy little names. I think someone came up with the name like Obelisk the Wise or something. But, but yeah, I'm not naming him Blinker. I also have obtained some dyes, so I'm also thinking about changing the color of his like goggles. Because I know you can do that. I just made it with white wool because it was what I had at the moment. Like I did have some like light gray wool or something, but I also just decided to make it out of like I didn't have enough to like make it into the thing at the time, so I just made it out of white wool. But yeah, he really just floats around there. I have to time down because he just flies away. Although they do tend to stay in like an area within 4 chunks of where they're just gone. That's I guess I did make him out of fresh glass, so or that could be just the texture pack. All right, that should make me some easy money. Actually, before I leave, I should probably grab some carrots too to sell to the villager. Uh, no wait, I sold too many carrots already. I don't think the texture pack is that much altered from the regular one, because it's basically the Minecraft texture packs. just altered for like this shader. Well, I had a ton of carrots in storage, and then I sold all the carrots in storage. So the only carrots I have left are sort of like the ones out here. So yeah, I could go ahead and harvest them. But Catboy Discord server. And I'm not really a Catboy type of person. I mean, I am a cat person. I do have a cat in real life. I wasn't informed that I was there. I just learned today that I was supposed to be there. Apparently. But at the same time, the joke is that his name is Average Astolfo Larper. If you're wondering why I'm using the pickaxe to break the melons, I'm gonna sell the melons, and I don't want to have to deal with like putting together the melon slices. So it's easier to just use my Silk Touch pickaxe to pick up the melons directly. Silk Touch works no matter what the block is, funnily enough, unless the block won't drop. In that case, then it doesn't matter regardless. But yeah, the fun part about yeah, yo, what's up? I can't wait till the cushions enter like the next version of Minecraft, because I'll finally be able to sit inside this chair and enjoy myself. Adversity of my Minecraft playthrough, or like what? No, I haven't updated my game yet. Is it out already, or was that a snapshot? I remember that being a snapshot. Let me check. Real life adversity. 7 out of 10. I can keep a cool head in most cases of adversity and figure out what to do. I'm trying to open up the Minecraft launcher right now. See if the update released or something. If there's something I missed. It's not opening because I already have Minecraft open. And I'll worry about that later. I don't have the update currently installed. I haven't updated this mostly because like this version of Iris of Sodium. Now, people are a different type of adversity. But yeah, since I've go ahead and trade all the melons and everything. That's easy 20 emeralds. I can trade all that for some golden carrots. I like that. I just really like that name. I don't know. I just like chocolate. And I just like the name Coco. I think that's very funny. Also, cocoa beans are in this game. That's why cookies exist in this game too. Uh, Another thing, I'm not sure what to like. I'm not at a complete. Yeah, I'm honestly just thinking about naming them Cocoa with an A at the end because that's what both of them are made out of. They're both made out of cocoa, as in like the cocoa bean plant. But yeah, I have some of these like little clearings where I cleared out like the thickest of the forest, and I just want ideas of what to build because I can probably take it to 100 or something, you know. Like, I mean, I definitely have an idea of what I want to build here. Maybe something like a watchtower. Or maybe it might be better to put a watchtower on like the taller hill since that goes up higher than my house. I also just dug out this little cave for stone, but I'm also thinking about turning it into something. Like I just put two lanterns in there so that nothing spawns in it. But yeah, that's a spot now. But yeah, I do want to clear out like a few of these trees and then maybe add like a what some sort of watchtower here. I'm just thinking about like the design for the watchtower. Do I go for something more castle like? Because it's gonna give me like the ability to look over the village of us. But yeah, I when I came here, I didn't even travel that far. That's the fun part. Like the spawn point isn't even that far. The spawn point's like over that hill. Like it was honestly just like me looking around for trees or like just for like materials to build a house really. And I wasn't really sure like what type of house I was gonna build. I was just gonna go until I found like some wood and then I'd go from there. So yeah, that's how I ended up here. Like I like even put a nether portal on 0, 0. Mostly because I didn't really know what else to do with 0, 0. Oh yeah, this is 0, 0 everyone. There's even a nostalgic creeper blast hole here. This is as close as you can get to the spawn. I don't remember why. I think I had my draw distance lower, but I did not see that forest over there. I only turned up my draw distance to like 25 or something recently. And even then, I still don't keep my draw distance very high. it's not even like I'm gonna have an issue with lag or anything. Because my computer is pretty good. I'm fairly confident that this computer could easily like render incredibly high draw distances with no issues. I just don't really play on that high settings. And maybe for a good frame rate, it can help. Like I'm pretty sure this thing is like running 120, and you guys are seeing 60. At the moment, I'm just playing on a single player world. Maybe for like if we reach like a follower goal or something, like hit 500. Not only will I play a horror mod or something on stream, maybe I can invite you guys also to play the horror mod. I'll leave it up to you guys what we do. I'll probably like release a massive poll or something. But yeah, I'm honestly really surprised what we got done. Honestly, I could go and fight the Ender Dragon at some point, or at any point right now, because I do have all the potions. I've been messing with potion brewing. So yeah, I got healing potions, swiftness, strength, water breathing, slow falling. Actually, I should probably put these inside the table and put some redstone on them to increase their duration. Yes, I'm streaming on YouTube while I'm streaming on both Twitch and TikTok. So I'm streaming on all three at the same time. Okay, now amethyst clusters in more places around the base. I don't expect that many more viewers compared to TikTok. I personally think that YouTube's a lot bigger of a platform. It's a bit harder to get people to watch lives there. I feel like TikTok's a lot easier because like TikTok tends to throw live feeds like at you, and if you go to the TikTok live section, you know, because like with YouTube, you're essentially it essentially pits you up against everyone else, while with TikTok, it like essentially puts you into your viewers' faces. In other words, like viewers are sort of like forced to find your content, and they're like it's the same reason why I think TikTok in general could be better for the art community because of the way that TikTok is. Yeah, like YouTube. Well, YouTube does technically show lives in the recommended feed. It does it in the same way as videos, right? Like if you want to get up onto that recommended feed, you need to already like have a significant amount of success, or it has to be like something that the people are looking for in particular. Like they have to be looking for a particular type of gameplay. Got its good points, it's got its bad points, but I think that art that TikTok could be really good for the art community because of the way it shows like posts. Because like well, other things they're essentially like putting your yeah. I think that the app definitely does have its problematic uh parts of the art community, but I still post here mostly because they just tend to be like get more engagement, mostly because of the design of TikTok. Like it literally throws the art in their face without having to compare it with other people's art. Like and so like with the thing about Instagram, right? When you post on Instagram, like you have to think like what your art's gonna look like on people's like for you pages and their search pages. Like yeah, it sometimes might appear, right? But it's only like when people are particularly searching for it. So you're essentially like having your thing compared to like everyone else, and of course, like you're gonna be drowned out by people who are clearly better with than you. But with TikTok, right? Like it finds like adjacent hashtags, right? So as long as you're putting like art and drawing related hashtags, like you're gonna find that your art videos are gonna do better on TikTok, and that you're gonna eventually like have an easier time finding your audience. Same if you post Minecraft content. Like one of the fun parts about TikTok is that because like you don't have to worry about too much, like you don't have to worry too much about like your thumbnail and all of that. Like unless someone specifically goes onto your page, that you can essentially like make a video and then have the thumbnail be a second thought. Where with YouTube and other platforms, like what it looks like when people first see your post really matters. Like that first impression really matters. Where with TikTok, the first impression is literally like the beginning of your video. So you essentially only have to really focus on the video. Yeah, and with TikTok, like there's a default thing to sort of change your thumbnail into the way you prefer. Where with YouTube, you either have to make a custom thumbnail or you have to take a particular part. Yeah, the only person you should really be competing with yourself is with yourself. But and getting into that mindset is difficult because the reality is that social media programs like YouTube inadvertently make it so that you're competing with literally everyone else. Like, yeah, that can be an issue. With YouTube thumbnails, you have to put a lot of thought into it to really catch your viewers' attention. Because it's like, oh, one moment it's like text, the next moment it's like red arrows and red circles. Like, you really have to make your thumbnails like eye catching. Like, there's a whole A/B testing thing on YouTube where you literally have to compare two thumbnails, right? And you test which one is better. And I've done it before on my YouTube channel. YouTube Shorts, I'd say, is better for art and speed paints and stuff than regular YouTube is, and that's for the same reason that TikTok is better. Because like because like anyone who's scrolling through Shorts is essentially just being like straight up having your video put into their face. It straight up just throws it into their face. Like they were already scrolling. You just happen to catch them. You know, the thing is like longer videos tend to like aren't the things that's gonna get your channel really out there nowadays. The thing that really tends to get them is like short form videos that lead into longer videos. So like the reason why like more often than not a streamer will go big is because like they get infamous funny clips and memes made out of them. Like like one of the reasons why Queso is like really funny is because his chat just be cooking at him in the comments, and people would just post clips of his chat cooking him, and they'd figure out like who is Queso. I need to pull up on these streams because I need to have these moments happen and see them happen in real time, and it that curiosity generally leads them to people. Same thing. Making short form content isn't really all that fun for me either. I do like making longer form videos. Because like with short form content, sure it takes less time to edit and I can fire them out faster. But it's like I do actually want to put like care into the short form content, and I do want to like put care into my thumbnails and everything, because those are all like creative decisions. And as an artist, I like to absolutely like explore all my creative decisions before I just throw something out there. And this leads to me not making tons of videos, because like sometimes it takes me a while to like get everything together. Like I have tried to like gather together like clips of me playing different games and sort of turn that into like a funny montage, but it's like that's gonna take a while, and then I'm gonna have to like make another version of this that's essentially like sort of shortened down. Take like a particular edit or a particular nice looking edit. It's sort of like how, even though you see like like these YouTubers building massive Minecraft bases, and the video will be like at maximum like 30 minutes, right? In real life, that stuff, like making these bases takes a long time. Thank you very much. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, it's really about like how consistent you are and everything. And of course, like finding your audience. The most important thing that most people have trouble with is finding their audience. Because sometimes YouTube just won't send your content to the right audience, and your content will just end up flopping. I think that's like one of the main problems that I tend to have. Like hashtags on YouTube don't really do anything. Like if you use like art related hashtags on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, like it'll send it to people who like already look up that general stuff. Like any using any sort of art or drawing based hashtag is gonna get it to like people who both like art and like making art, and as a result you're gonna get like more of your audience. You make a video on Minecraft, it's gonna send it to people who watch tons of Minecraft clips and tons of Minecraft stuff. So the result is that you're gonna have an easier time finding your audiences there. But with YouTube, right, you're really depending on like putting the correct keywords in your thumbnail and into the description as well. Or otherwise, like your video might not even get to the right audience. Another thing is that like with the way the automated platform works, like if someone doesn't decides not to click on your video, that can lead to a chain reaction of like people just not clicking on your videos, and then your whole channel sort of not quite shadow banned, but sort of like demonized for like I guess not being interesting enough to the viewers, right? Another thing is like watch time. Like I'm sorry, but like a lot of y'all don't have good attention spans, and it really tends to affect content creators because it forces them to essentially jingle keys in front of your face, and that's really unfun. Having to like I don't like doing that to you guys. That feels very disingenuous. It feels like I'm treating y'all like more, more like numbers on the screen than people who are actually like sitting and enjoying my content. All right, the farms is harvested and we are good. I honestly didn't have too many plans other than like Fortune 3 mining. It was honestly pretty fun to see like just what I could get out of it. So now I have over a stack of diamonds. What am I gonna do with those diamonds? I should probably work on. Oh yeah, you're screwed. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Depend like your social media. There is such a thing as shadow banning on TikTok and Instagram too. I feel like that really shouldn't be a thing, but it is, unfortunately. I feel like simpler algorithms would be much nicer. I also think another thing that's sort of disingenuous to, like, in general, just artistic work and everything is consistency on social media. Social media does expect you to post like fairly regularly. And the problem with that is that, like, sometimes you just don't have the energy to constantly post, right? And in the case of art, that stuff takes time to make. And as a result, you end up with like a lot of people just putting out like half finished stuff, unfinished things, starting things but not finishing them. Or in the case of like nowadays, you have to worry about people like using stuff like AI to really take the shortcuts to speed run everything, you know? So I have so many diamonds. I'm gonna start crafting some diamond tools. I'm eventually just gonna turn it all into what's it called? Bending powered stuff anyway. Forgot that I had this efficiency 5 unbreaking 3 pickaxe. It's just sitting here. Should I feel like at this point I should, since I'm not even using it anymore, I should either add it to the Fortune 3 pickaxe or the Silk Touch. I guess I just saved it in storage for the event that I would probably end up making another pickaxe for that occasion. I also do want to play some other games on stream. Like what let me ask y'all a question. What's your like favorite game that's just underrated for like any reason? It's underrated because people don't take it seriously, or like not. And when I say seriously, like they might not see like the charm, or they might not, or they sort of like don't really see the whole point that why people really like the game, right? Like that game that they just don't really see in a certain light, you know? Like think about a game that like you love to play, but a lot of people either don't even know that it exists, or it sort of just isn't like, doesn't feel mainstream enough, right? And this could apply like like where you live, the game isn't that popular, but like there's a lot of other places where it really like picked up the pace or something. Because for me, that game is Splatoon. I like playing Splatoon 3 a lot. It's a fun game, right? But I feel like a lot of the internet doesn't really. Now, Papa Pizzeria is good. That I can't even. I'm not even sure whether to say whether or not that's actually underrated. That's just a goated game. Efficiency 3, Silk Touch. This might not be a bad axe if I can get Silk Touch on it, because then I won't have to worry about using what's it called, the pickaxe on the melons anymore, and it'll be faster to mine. But yeah, Splatoon. It's only on the Nintendo Switch because it's a Nintendo IP. First things first. Another thing is that like it's sort of like, because of all the colors and stuff, right? A lot of people don't really see it as like a very cool game. A lot of people might be more interested in like these more realistic shooter games, right? And there's other things like Marvel Rivals. There was Overwatch, right? With these like really colorful shooter games and everything, right? But with Splatoon 3, it's sort of like left on the wayside as like, it's seen as far too kid friendly to fit with like what everyone else really wants, right? When in reality, like this Splatoon 3 gives you a better deal than most games do, really. Because like the weapons in the game are really goofy, they're really creative, right? They're really whack. and the customizability of your character. There's like really no in-game purchases because you only pay $60 for the game, and then there's like one DLC for Splatoon 3. And then other than that, the only real subscription you have to pay for is like Nintendo subscription, which is like what, $20? I don't remember if it was like $20 a month or $20 a year. I'm pretty sure it was like 20 a year, if I remember correctly. But it's like you're getting like so much just out of that. Like if you already have a Nintendo Switch, right? Like you might as well just try Splatoon 3. It is insanely fun. But like so many people just don't see the sort of charm in the game. They also don't sort of see like, the more competitive side of the game, because the game's got a thriving competitive scene. Yo, it's good. Right now we just chilling, having a nice discussion, enjoying the beautiful weather. Why did I open my big fat mouth? Why did I say that? Why did I say that? I have no idea why I said. Well, we were enjoying the nice weather. But yeah, I was talking about like the discussion of like what's an underrated game, like a game that you play that's underrated. Like people might not see the charm in it, or they're really interested in other games, or it's just a really niche game in general. For me, it's Splatoon. A lot of people just only see it as like a game that's sort of boring, like, oh, you just paint the ground or something, right? They only really see like the very casual thing of it, but like when you do get into ranked modes, right? It's actually a really fun, high octane game. It's really fast paced, and there are some like little rule blocks of like learning motion controls and all that that might not make people interested in it. But like when you do learn that stuff, the game looks really cool and it feels smooth to play. Like what's that sort of game to you? Like what's that sort of game? A game where like people, it's not like it's like they don't really see like the fun in the game, or they might not like they look at like they only scratch the surface of the game and they don't really go that deep into it. What's a game like that to you? I feel like Minecraft was also definitely that game. It's like, oh, it's just a block game, right? But no, you can be as creative as you want. You can literally build anything, whatever you desire. While I'm here, I should probably prepare for the Ender Dragon fight. I probably have everything I need. All I gotta do is find the stronghold. Yeah, I got plenty of Ender Pearls too. And I got enough blaze powder to easily just make whatever eyes of Ender I need that are left. Add those onto the pile. Alright, like that, I have a stack of Ender Pearls ready. Um, I'm debating on like when to fight the Ender Dragon. Should I do it? I feel like next stream, I'm definitely gonna make another video out of it. Cause the first time I did fight the Ender Dragon, on at least like on like so on live, I guess, in my first world, that was pretty fun. I guess the main choice would be like what to do on this world differently. So I'm bringing most of the same stuff. Maybe like the only other thing I really should bring is like a better bow. All right. But yeah, I'm honestly finished with most of the stuff I wanted to today. I got done like much faster than I thought I would. I could probably go back underground, but I don't want to spend all day in the mine. I could go exploring. I did find like stuff like shipwrecks, or see how many biomes I can get. I also want to look for like the trail stuff, like the trails and tails stuff. Oh, and I need to take on that trial chamber too. Yo, what's up? I'm just talking about like the preparations I'm making. Like I'm not gonna fight anything this stream, but next stream I'm thinking about like doing some things. The first is I want to fight the Ender Dragon, and I'm pretty much set for that. I have Blaze Powder, I have Eyes of Ender, I have pretty much everything I need to get to the end and then beat the dragon. I'm probably just gonna enchant a bow, then just find a time to fight. And after that, I want to take the. You can call me Emerald for now. My username is thespaceemeraldgamer. You can just call me Emerald, or you can call me like the nickname that I give myself in things like Pokemon games. You can just call me Chamar. But yeah, we absolutely, yeah. I'm gonna next stream. It's gonna be noon Eastern time, right? Eastern Daylight Time. So yeah, that's gonna be when I do it, and that's not gonna be like the only thing I'm doing. Chamar is like spelled like Chmar. Chamar. That's how you spell it. But yeah, but yeah, the next thing I'm gonna be doing on the stream is that as well. Yeah, I probably should. The next thing that I want to do on my stream is that, as you guys probably saw, that I found that trial chamber on in the cave system beneath my house. So yeah, y'all already know that's gonna be the very next thing I'm gonna do. If I can get my hands on what's it called, the trial key or whatever I need for some of this stuff, I'm definitely gonna like do the trial chamber, fight all the opponents in it, and then after that, I'm probably gonna fight the Wither, or I'll straight up like make a sword specifically for fighting the Wither. Mostly because I can, not that I need to. So yeah, 3 bosses one time. I sort of just stumbled it. It was in like one of the tunnels connected to the massive cave system I was exploring earlier. And I just like found it. I was like, oh, those bricks look funny. It almost looks like a stronghold, but different. And that's when it clicked. Like that's a trial chamber. I was like, oh, did I already? I'm not even gonna have to use the eyes of Ender if that's a stronghold. But then I realized those bricks look off. But yeah, I just went down into my caving system. The cave system that's connected to my house is massive. Like this thing goes every which way. Honestly, like with like the little parts of the ravines that stick up, I could probably use them as like secret entrances to my house. Absolutely massive. Like I knew it was pretty big, but every single time I come down here, right, I look around a corner and I find something new. So basically, how I found this is that there's this dark tunnel. Like I just went straight past it before, mostly because I just wanted to explore like the main like tunnels of the caving system. So then I went into this tunnel and I see the mine shaft sticking out, right? And it's like, oh, a mine shaft. Let me go up and explore that sometime. So I make some time during a stream to run through the mine shaft, find a couple of cave spider spawners. You know, not much, right? But then, like, while I'm looking through this mine shaft, I eventually accidentally find my way into like a different caving system. Like, it's on the other side. Hold on. I'm gonna have to find a little area there. That should be the way in. Yeah. But yeah, I essentially like explore the mine shaft, right? And then at some point I come out in like one of these beams, right? I look down and see all of this massive cave that I've never seen before. And yeah, this is where I was like mining earlier, and I was using the silk touch to be able to pick up all the iron and everything. And there's slime. See, I'm learning new things about this cave every single time I come down here. Slime chunks. I now have easy access to slime just for coming down here. Like I'm just learning new stuff about this cave every time. I can probably build a slime farm here now. If I can figure out how to do that. But yeah, at some point I like took a look at down like one of the small tunnels around here. I don't remember which one it was. I need to look in like almost each one. I might have to. I'm pretty sure it was somewhere around here. It wasn't this one, was it? I specifically remember avoiding this one because of that. Yeah, it leads to a lower part of the cave that I'm not exploring yet. There's still like a second layer to this cave, by the way, that I have not explored yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this area right here. Was it? I think. No, it wasn't this one. I'm trying to remember like where it was. I'm trying to retrace my own steps from when I came down here. But yeah, you can see that there's still like these little unexplored tunnels that I have not looked through. There's a bunch of monsters spawning here because I took away all the space that they had to spawn before. There's Unfortunately, I don't have time. That's an entire second layer of the cave that I'm gonna have to look through, and I still have to find the small little tunnel where the trial chamber was at, and I'm currently trying to find like which tunnel that was exactly. Oh wait, no, it was this one. I'm like 90% sure it was this one. Was it? No, no, it wasn't. I cannot seem to remember which one it was. I didn't explore every single tunnel. I explored most of them. Oh, I left some diamonds down here. Could this be the tunnel? Wait, I think it might be this tunnel. Might be. Nah, it's not. Well, I'm taking some diamonds with me. I'm not planning on doing grabbing a whole haul while I'm down here. But I might as well just use so I might as well just use Fortune 3 now and grab all the diamonds I want. I'm just checking every tunnel honestly because I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, I remember checking this tunnel. There was nothing in it except for this gold that I missed somehow. And then that's more of the cave that I didn't explore. This is definitely a tunnel I went into. I don't remember how though. Could this be it though? It might be. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this is the same tunnel I went into earlier. Because it comes out at the top here. Yeah. Listen, there's too much here. There's so much here that I have to explore that I literally don't remember where the tunnel was or which one it was. All I know is that that one of these tunnels leads me to a trial chamber. If I can find out which one it was, I can probably show you the trial chamber or like the outside of it. I don't plan on digging into it until I've beaten like the Ender Dragon. Mostly because I already have everything I need to beat the Ender Dragon. I have feather falling, not feather falling. I have like the slow falling potions. I can probably get feather falling because then that dragon's probably gonna launch me like 50 feet in the air every single time I get close to him. I'm just trying to remember like what part of the cave I was in when I found it. It was probably past this water. And yeah, it might have been. Yeah, no, I didn't explore this cave super thoroughly, as you can see. I left tunnels unlit, so I'm not sure like where the trial chamber was. I forgot to mark it. I probably should have marked it when I got here. Now it's gonna take me forever to find it again. Yeah, because the cave ends here, so I definitely stopped and went to back to explore some of the tunnels. I'm trying to remember where that trial chamber was. I need to mark it so that I can come back for it later. I still have some leftover torches, so I can definitely light up these tunnels that I haven't done yet. Don't worry, I'm still just as lost as to where I saw the trial chamber as I was before. No, I'm just as lost as when I started looking for it. I'm trying to remember, like, when did I find it? Because I remember where I came down from, like, obviously near the mine shaft. It was definitely towards the end of the mining strip, so it might be on the far side of the cave, not near the near side. Because this area very likely doesn't have the tunnel. Because otherwise, I would have found it sooner. Or, oh no, it's right here. Here it is. I found it. All right, we gotta mark it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take this. I go ahead and do this. Key for trial chamber. Now, if I don't see that, then I probably need new prescription glasses, stronger than the ones that I'm already wearing. Yeah, I already have. I have glasses in real life. I wear glasses. But yeah, you can see that I haven't even fully explored the mine shaft. I was so excited to explore the cave. At some point, I'm probably gonna still touch and take some of the cobwebs with me. I can probably put them as decorations somewhere. Yeah, no, they're definitely an annoying PvP tool. But yeah, that's the trial chamber that I found earlier. So yeah, once I beat the Ender Dragon, I'm gonna do the trial chamber. Then I'm gonna fight the Wither in that order. Wait, this area has slime chunks too? There were no slimes down here before. Where did this guy come from? Why are there suddenly slimes everywhere? I'm literally from Ohio. So if I sound American, it's because I have the most American of American accents. Well, one of the most, not the most. Slimes themselves, they're not that difficult to deal with for me. It's mostly like when you kill a slime, right? But you don't make space between you and the slime when you kill it. Yeah, I literally have the Midwestern accent. So if you ever pop up in Michigan or you pop up in Ohio or Pennsylvania, uh yeah, expect everyone to talk like this. Glass. Yeah, so basically the situation I'm talking about when you're fighting slimes is like, you know when you kill the big slime, right? And but you didn't hit the but you're not like standing far enough back. The one of the things that sucks about fighting big slimes that when you kill them and you're not standing far enough back, you get jumped by all the medium slimes. Right? You get jumped by all yeah, exactly. You get jumped by like all the medium slimes because like you weren't standing far enough back. So knockback is incredibly helpful when you're fighting slimes because like if you do manage to kill them, it sends them far away, and then you have space between you and the slimes. You hear someone talking besides me? No, there's someone in the other room. Don't worry about that. 'Cause there's like a voice focus feature on my thing, so it focuses specifically on voices. So if there's anything that sounds remotely like talking, like a TV or something. Yeah, we found a trial chamber. We got some slime balls. We also managed to get some gold. But I'm on it. But yeah, we pretty much I'm pretty much satisfied right now. Like I'm doing good. I got over a stack of diamonds in the chest. Like I'm doing fantastic right now. 21. I've been playing this game since like I think around the time they added like ocelots, you can like turn them into cats. I've basically just been playing the game on and off in all that time. It's because I guess it's either my mic or it's me. So you know that skeleton experience farm that I have. And you know how it's the same reason why I was eating a ton of fish before and why I had so many. In my time of sitting in front of that skeleton experience farm, I think did have like a looting 3 iron sword at some point. But I would basically like get any bows and any enchanted bows. I'd repair those bows and disenchant them using this grindstone. I'd put them in this chest, and once it fills up, I just move them somewhere else. So yeah, that's why I have a ton of bows. This skeleton farm just has too many bows for me to keep track of. I'd literally just take these bows, repair them. Yeah, so when I say that I'm prepared for the Ender Dragon fight or any fight where I might need a bow, I mean I'm prepared. I mean I am prepared. Like I have infinite ammunition right now. There's nothing to stop me from just sitting here and just getting tons of arrows. The truth is, my voice is highly modular. I think that's the funny part. Because apparently in real life, right, I look like 1 or 2 years younger than I am. Like when people guess my age, they guess me as like 17 or 18. Or and then when I was like 16, they would guess my age as like 14 or 15. It's because I'm not posting enough clips. If I posted more of my gameplay clips, I'd probably get a lot more. I am in my early 20s. Pretty much just entered my 20s. I'm only 21. Things get in the way of me streaming all the time. I would probably stream more consistently or come up with some sort of schedule. as soon as I really start posting like really good clips, I can probably make use of them. Build the chat a shrine. All right, I'll see you around. What time is it? It's 2:45. There's only 15 minutes left in the stream. A giant cat head. I'm make the cat junior, like the orange cats. Ooh. That can be the shrine to chat. We That can be the shrine to the cat. That can be the shrine to chat. We call it the chat cat. Ooh, like I, I'm not sure what kind of things would glow green because the Minecraft orange cat eyes are green. But yeah, like it's gonna be like the cat, and then around it, I can probably like make. I'm gonna add people who sent me gifts or just came in the chat. Really, just put down their usernames there. I just gotta figure out where to build this monument. It's definitely got to be somewhere in my base, though. You know what? I like that idea. I'm gonna build the cat chat, the chat cat. My bad. The chat cat. That'll be the shrine to chat. A giant cat. I mean, we have this clearing out here. I can probably put it somewhere here. This definitely feels like a place. Like it's sort of like surrounded by trees and by the hills, so it's somewhat obscured by the environment. So like I could essentially like you would essentially like walk through like some forested area just to see it, or you'd have to like walk past all this melon farms and stuff. You have to like walk through some of the thick brush. That's definitely gonna work. All right. The end of the stream is upon us, and I think I'm really decided on the Gas name, mostly because I just really like chocolate. But yeah, this is I'm gonna name it Coco. Oh, my anvil broke. I have to use my iron to make more. And I just got all that iron too. Come here. There, you are now Coco. It's unfortunate that chat can't see your nickname because you fly so high up in the air. I have to climb the trees to be able to see that name tag, bro. Hold on, let me see if jumping on the lamppost will. I missed the lamppost completely. I'm terrible at parkour. Why do I keep trying to parkour? The only time I ever parkour decently is in life or death situations where I gotta escape. Seems like he's always flying in the opposite direction of where I'm at. Well, you can yeah, no, you can. Like the more you get close enough to see the name tag, he's so big that there we go. You in there? He's named Coco now. They pretty much are, honestly, because of the noises they make. The develop like the sound designer for Minecraft literally just took the sounds his cat was making while it was sleeping and just put it in the game as the ghast. Funniest part is that hearing these sounds have given many Minecraft players who've been inevitably blasted at by gas PTSD, but now this guy essentially is gonna try and fix that, I guess. Try and rep the gas from here on out. My cat, she was walking around the room a moment ago. Yeah, she's probably in the other room right now. But yeah, now we can now we can see the name tab Coco. So, yeah. Happy gas. You essentially raise them from a dried gas, which you can get in the Nether, either by finding them naturally or from trading with the piglins in the Nether. And once you do get them, you have to put them inside some water, feed them snowballs, and what you end up with is a happy ghast, which unlike the ghast in the Nether, who've only known fire, you basically gave your ghast water, and they, in other words, they don't have the ability to shoot fireballs, and because they didn't grow up in a harsh environment, they're not aggressive. They grew up all pampered, living in the good life. The result is that you literally have a essentially what is essentially a giant kitten following you around, playful and goofy as ever. And trying to wrangle him up to get him to do stuff is like trying to do the same with a kitten, except it's much bigger than a kitten. So where you can put a kitten in air jail, this guy genuinely enjoys air jail because he can literally fly, and you can't. I would consider bringing him to the Ender Dragon fight, but I feel like that's going to be insanely dangerous and impractical. I don't think he can even fit through the portal. I did consider bringing him to the Nether, but then I remembered that they don't have fire resistance either. But yeah, chat cat. You know what I should do once I made enough emeralds? When I get a few stacks of emeralds, I should probably just build a mansion. I'm not even gonna live in the mansion. It just exists to exist. Or maybe I put the mending villager in the mansion. That'll be his new. I literally upgrade his house into a mansion. Cause hey, I probably wouldn't be too much without that mending villager, you know. Yo, it's good. But yeah, thanks to golden apples and weakness potions, we finally got good villager trades. I got a new village built. I just gotta figure out what else to really build as well. We'll worry about that once we beat the Ender Dragon. I also gotta figure out what to do with all the levels. I'm probably gonna like make a smite. What's the highest smite you can get? Smite 4 or is it smite 5? I don't remember. All I remember is that smite is good against the wither. I mean, sharpness is also good, but I want to make it personal. So I literally want to make a blade that's designed specifically to fight the wither in particular. Actually, no, I don't have the iron sword. I was gonna check and see if I was gonna get like something like uh knowing me, I'm probably just gonna get Bane arthropods. If I get unlucky enough to get Bane arthropods in the trade. Also, feather falling potions. They're ready, not the feather falling, slow falling. I'm thinking about the feather falling enchantment. Because I'm thinking about enchantments right now. I still have so much iron to smelt. I gotta do all that off stream. Well, that's a pile of gold. All right, I need to remember. What else I needed? My cat just walked into the room. Hi, Serene. You're gonna look like you're gonna jump on my keyboard. You actually didn't step on any important screens. Do you have any wise words for the people today, Serene? If I could get her to meow into the mic. Hold on, let me see if I can put the mic up to her. Do you have anything to say to the stream, Serene? You can. Nah, she doesn't have anything to say right now. I booped her nose. We don't have too much time left, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do a tour on stream, and at this point, just make a video about it. But yeah, since it's nighttime already. That's right. This is the home of the Space Emerald Gamer. Welcome. Here you sleep on a floating island. And of course, you've got your farms, your sugarcane, cow farm, chicken farm. Come down here to see your storage and crafting room. Got our chest, furnace. Got our cartography table, brewing stand, crafting table. Got our pretty much everything we need. You know, we got our all of our items sorted, ores and valuables, harvested items, building blocks. Come over here. You got the soul sand farm. That's right. And then you come back here to the nether portal. Got these soul lanterns and everything installed. Come back here. And you got like some of the mine entrances. You got a little back courtyard, you know, a little place to fish, to hang out. The sunset view is absolutely wonderful here when the light filters through. Yo, it's good. I'm currently recording a base tour that I want to post. And of course, here's our skeleton farm. Got everything set up back here. This is a bit of a far corner from the rest of the base. Yeah, this is a completely different world, but I've built a lot of this very similar things. But yeah, if we come out here, got my friend the Happy Gas, Coco, flying out here. Just decided her name, by the way. And then we got my enchantment table set up. Once the fireflies filter in, the night view here becomes absolutely spectacular. Yeah, we're gonna call it the chat cat. I'm gonna put the name of all the different chatters that pull up. So like everyone who appears in the analytics, everyone who appears in the analytics and stuff, or who I just pull up on the VODs as said something in stream chat is gonna be there. But yeah, I didn't have any villages near me, but this time, I waited until I could brew potions, and I had a ton of gold at my disposal, and this resulted in me getting both golden apples and potions of weakness. This meant that as soon as I just built a village, all I had to do was wait for like 2 zombie villagers to spawn, and just like that, I already have a village. And as you can see, the village is growing because this guy was not here before. Yeah, yeah, that's the farmer back there, and this is my mending villager. He's the first one that I cured. So yeah, I got absolutely busted mending trades right now. And I can get lanterns and stuff. So I don't have to craft them, even though I have enough iron and torches to craft. I need to figure out what to turn you into. What career could I get out of this guy? But yeah, as you can see, I built a little town out in the field. My house is nestled up in the forest, mostly because I like the idea of like this really cool place full of stuff, just sort of nestled amongst the trees, you know? Yeah, no, I've been spending a lot of time on this one. Because like the last house that I had was very much a fantasy-esque house. So I sort of took the design inspiration for that house, and that's what sort of became my enchantment setup. But yeah, I'm gonna build a little shrine to chat in this clearing here. Because it's sort of nestled amongst the trees, right? And you can like you can't really see like this spot easily from like even over where my house is on this floating island, right? You can't easily see this spot. It's like covered by all the trees and all the foliage. Like you'd have to like come all the way out here just to be able to even glance at that spot. So I think building a shrine to chat there is gonna be really fun, because then I can like, because then like every single time a new chatter comes in and say something funny, or someone sends a gift or something, right? I can go ahead and just come through like these trees, right? They're like, "Where's he going?" And then I just have like the chat cat right here, like the little chat cat shrine. And I have like a bunch of signs and stuff around him with the names of people on them. I think it's definitely gonna work. I'm just trying to like uh I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get like any last minute shots of like my base. That's also what the happy gas is for. He lets me take pictures of my base. Yeah, and with the help of the happy gas, I'm gonna be able to take some like really good pictures. I'm definitely planning on posting like the pictures, because they're also sort of progress shots. Every single time I change something in my base, right? Like it really helps to like take a picture of it. Because like this is really cool. Like sort of taking over a whole cave. Got a little balcony here too. Like I just really enjoy being in here. It's just where I keep my stuff, but it's like I'm gonna be here in here all the time. Might as well just make it look nice. I'm gonna like work on turning all this into stone as well. And then I'm gonna work on like making the inside of my farming rooms look better. But yeah, I'm definitely posting these screenshots. Generally enjoy like just being back here in this back courtyard too. It looks really good. Like right before sunset when the light starts filtering through the trees here. Like that's when it looks the best. I think that the lanterns and the glowberries like mix them together makes the place feel more alive. Especially since the it's one of those texture packs where like all the leaves and the vine place base stuff like has a slight wavy animation to it. I feel like they should add that to the glowberries, because they did add it to the trees, and that's very nice. I kind of did too. I mean, the firefly bushes do a good job. Speaking of which, I should probably put some back here. Yeah, yeah, I heard about the cushion. I'm definitely like I have only one chair, and that's like right outside my house in front of the small pond. I'm not up to date on the latest version of Minecraft. They're already added into like the full version, right? Or is it still like a snapshot? I haven't been keeping up. I've heard about it and I've seen it, but I haven't been keeping up that much. Yeah, as soon as like the next full version releases, because I really don't want this world to corrupt or anything. As soon as the next full version releases, that's when I'll like update and get all the cushions and stuff. Because I'll probably have all the materials for it by then. Actually, like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have all the materials by the time I update. Where did I put all my bone meal? It's probably in here, actually. I'm gonna add the firefly bushes so that it looks nicer. But yeah, like this is where it looks the best. Like right before sunset, the light starts filtering through the trees, and you end up with this like really nice look of like this mix between light and shadow. Adding the firefly bush is perfect. I think this really cooled the place. Actually, I might add these more. They provide like a light level of 2. So if you have like small little spots where monsters are spawning that aren't that big, right? Like you check the light levels and it's like just barely not lit up. Like it's a good idea to just put firefly bushes there if it's like just a grass block or a dirt block there. Cause then you just end up with like not only it looking good at night, but like during the day, the firefly bushes don't stick out that much. Like they look like the rest of the shrubbery. They sort of blend in, but it's not until like the nighttime. I really like how Live and Learn doesn't play until like the end of the stream. Like what all right. But yeah, we probably gonna stop here at this point. We're just enjoying the view. I don't know why I didn't think to put the firefly bushes down here. I think it's because like I already had all the lanterns and stuff, but I'm gonna be honest, it just looks nice. The fact that I have like a whole balcony where I can look at this. My PC specs. My PC specs. I honestly, for some reason, completely forgot. I don't remember whether it was. I'm pretty sure it was 16. Was it 16? Or was it? No, I'm pretty sure it was like 32. But yeah, 32 gigabytes of RAM. A Ryzen display, like 8 core processor, as you can see right there. And it's also got RTX, like it's got NVIDIA GeForce. It's not that I'm rich, it's that I saved up a lot for this thing. Like I saved up a ton of money for this. It cost me like pretty sure it was like between $2,000 and $3,000. Like and then there was also the tax return. So yeah, I did my taxes like a good citizen and got a ton of money off the tax and return. and that's how I sort of got this PC. Not a ton of money, but like a significant amount. Yeah, it's pre-built. I guess I'll just toss this copper helmet into the rest of the pile. That reminds me, one of the reasons why gaming is more expensive is because AI is ruining it. I'm strictly against AI as an artist and as a gamer because it makes consoles and PCs more expensive, all alike. It just makes electronics that need RAM in general more expensive. You want gaming to get cheaper, you're gonna want to be against AI. Yeah, but honestly, I didn't really feel like custom building a PC. Mostly because if I did decide to do it, I was honestly afraid I was just gonna mess it up. I just really hate AI in general, especially like the generative AI stuff like Grok and everything. Because like it costs way more resources than just making a piece of art, right? Like yourself with your own hands, or like photoshopping an image, or literally using any photo editing app. You don't even have to use like pay for Photoshop. You can probably like with how like and people will probably appreciate it more. Yeah, no, as an artist, as a gamer, and as a general human, like AI sucks. I hate AI in all regards. It makes just living harder because imagine an AI data center opens up in your area. The higher electric bill, the water in the area is ruined. It sucks now, and all the wildlife around you is all dying now because of it. And then suddenly, like gaming becomes more expensive because guess who's buying all the RAM? The AI data centers. And then it makes art worse. Yo, it's good. You're popping in near the end of the stream. I always hate AI. If there's Thank you for the follow. But yeah, literally so many people are hating AIs because like at first it's like hey we can make goofy pictures, but then the novelty wears off. But then we realized that they were trying to shove it down our throats, and we were like, no, okay, no more. We had enough. We're not we don't want to play with AI anymore. And then they continued trying to shove it down our throats anyway. and then they want to be surprised that everyone hates it. We really bullied the Microsoft CEO as well over here complaining that we were calling it microslop because that's exactly what it is. Listen, no one's using Copilot. The moment y'all install that onto my PC, the very first thing I did was uninstall it. We're technically allowed to call you names, dog. You're a $1 billion corporation, and we have free speech. Write all you want about Microsoft, but you're not getting another name, dog. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be ending the stream here soon. I gotta wrap stuff up. I'm honestly just really happy about how everything's going. Next stream is gonna be noon Eastern time tomorrow. So yeah, if you show up at around 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Yep, next stream I'm straight up pulling up to the Ender Dragon. Next stream y'all finna see me pull up to the Ender Dragon fight. It's gonna be a very one-sided beatdown. But yeah, we'll see y'all next stream. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna win. I'm walking around with prop 4 armor, prop 4 mending armor. And a sharpness 5 sword, bro. All right, I'll see y'all around. See y'all later. Over and out.